from the sunken depths of Davy Jones' locker. This is The Hidden Treasure. Welcome back to yet another podcast. I am your host, Khalil Quinzon, alongside with
Alimor Marasigan.
Today we are gonna discuss a lot of topics, varying from.
But wait, there's so many topics that is happening right now. So I will present to you some topics, and you will pick one main topic that we will express today. So are you ready?
No. JK, yes.
Okay, so our first topic is about Ann Curtis and the alleged congressman that made a bad analogy. Next is the rising oil. Parang raise na natin yung oil this time. And of course, the conference, the reform into the higher ups of education, our education. So what will you pick for our main event, this podcast?
I think we should pick the last topic as our main topic to discuss today.
So that's a very good topic, and you know that Dr. Carol Marquis was in ANC in February 5, 2026. They talked about the reforms in the education system because of this with so many students having low proficiency scores. Of course, in PISA in 2022, we were ranked 77th with English, math, science, and reading. So that's very unfortunate.
At least we were in the rankings.
So what is your opinion about it? How can you really is this good for the Philippines?
This kind of shows like a bad example that we are below the total average of the standards that we must follow. Like according to what Mark E said in the ANC Business Outlook, Mark E says that that Filipino students are below the standards of what they should be. Didn't they discuss that about the turning point?
Yes, the turning point is the last report on the commissioning to the Second Congressional Commission on Education. Many of the grade 12 students, only 0.4 met the expected standard. So that's really unfortunate. So,
according to that interview, Dr. Carol Marquis didn't they discuss about the 5 main pillars of this turning point they've been saying?
but what is the turning point? The turning point is the plan of EdCom 2 to reform, to make our education system better for the future of the nation, of course. So, what is the 5 main pillars?
They talked about 5 main pillars, which was digital technology, financial services, advanced manufacturing, tourist care, and healthcare. If we can't wait for Ted to do its own plan, and that's to do its own plan, we will not have the workforce we need.
Of course,
Like what you said earlier, or like what we said earlier, in the 2022 PISA, we ranked like 77 out of 81. Isn't that kind of like sad to hear that? But at least we were in the rankings. It's better than nothing. Like there's so much countries and yet we still rank there.
but there's only 81 countries in that took the test, of course. But that's still really sad for the Philippines. We were called the rising tiger of Asia, but now are we still?
It's like the cat on the slate.
And our neighboring country not that formed in later years But now they are more successful than us, and that's really alarming because we were not moving into success into the future. So for you, if you had the chance to reform our education system or anything in our country today, what is that and how would you do it?
Like what Dr. Lee said, if we wait for Chad to do its own plan and Tesla to do its own plan, we will not have the workforce we need for our nation. But for me, you can't really blame these associations every time because, like, what other people say, sometimes even if we want better programs that better focuses on quality education, more livelihoods, and more participatory itemings or some things for education, anything related to education, you really can't blame these associations due to the fact that they're really not the ones pulling the strings. They only enforce and they only they're the ones that just follow said rules as well. Just like us students, we really shouldn't, like that one saying, we shouldn't really judge a book by its cover. Like, for me, we shouldn't really be that much of a negative towards these associations because they're like just like us, they're also living beings, living in earth, striving for success, and like them, like us, I mean, is they also had to study beforehand, so before they even got to their profession right now, and because like what I've said, like panels design the curriculum to make it ladderized and coherent. Like what should you really like? Shouldn't we also have or shouldn't we follow our own path as well? Because like them, we have our own duties to fulfill.
So yeah, of course, and to move into progress. So yeah, and I believe that reforms is not destruction; it's evolution. And you know that if we do the right things, we improve the right things, and not just make it harder for the people, for the students, we will have a country that is filled with knowledge, go and be being a successful country. And of course, education is one of the most strongest pillars of today's world. It brings so many things, it opens so many doors of opportunities. And yeah, so that I think that education is very important.
Yeah, I have made just now a acronym or 3 letters, LUL, leadership, unity, and learning. Without leadership, proper leadership, we can't really justify that we are a unified country, or we can't say that we strive to beat each other. That's another thing. Unity, like I said, for leadership, unity is something that keeps us together, keeps us striving for each other's progress, and for learning. Just like leadership and unity, we can't learn without proper leaders, proper unity, and proper management of our country. Because without proper education, we can't learn, or we can't have more proper treatment from others. They would say that we're just below lives, we're low lives and more. Like, that really angers me so much.
And yeah, of course the Philippines is such a successful country, and we're not doing it to the fullest. We're not, we are one of the most top, we are the top producer of nurses. We have so many natural resources, to the mountains, to the beaches. There's even into our natural resources. And with education, we can be informed about these and we could use it for the greater good.
Just like what one of our national heroes says, that the youth is the hope of our country or our place. Believe in the Filipino child, believe in our teachers, believe that this turning point, if embraced, can transform our nation.
That's it. Thank you for watching this podcast. I am Laimar Marasigan.
I'm Magaloo Quezon,
And this is
the hidden treasure.
From the sunken depths of Davy Jones' locker, this is
The Hidden Treasure.